We need to make these binoculars so that we can remember that God is watching us.
Today is September 27th, 2020, the 17th Sunday after Pentecost.
Hey everyone, it's Mr. Mitchell. Unfortunately, the recording from Virtual Sunday School last Wednesday did not come through in whole. Parts of it are a little scrambled. So I thought I would read to you the story that we read in Sunday School last week. I'm on page 48 of the Spark Story Bible, Joseph and his brothers. Jacob lived with his family in a place called Canaan. He had many sons. One of Jacob's younger sons was named Joseph. Jacob spent more time with Joseph than with his other sons. He even had a special coat made for Joseph. It seemed to Joseph's brothers that their father loved Joseph more than he loved him. They felt sad and angry. One night, Joseph had a dream. The next morning, he couldn't wait to tell everyone about it. I dreamed we were all in a field, tying stems of grain together. Suddenly, I couldn't believe my eyes. Your grain made a circle around mine and then bent over. You were bowing down to me. Isn't that exciting? Exclaimed Joseph. Well, his brothers weren't too thrilled. His brothers sold him to a group of traders, and he was taken to Egypt, far away from his family, and was put into jail, even though he hadn't done anything wrong. Joseph thought, how long will I be here? I didn't break any laws, but I'm in jail. He sighed, at least I know God will help me. Many months later, two men who had been working for the Pharaoh, the king, were put into jail. Joseph asked, what's wrong? They answered, we had weird dreams last night. We wonder what they mean. Joseph said, tell me your dreams, I can explain them. The men described them to Joseph. God helped Joseph explain their dreams to them. 2 years later, Joseph was still in jail, and one of the men that Joseph had helped was with the Pharaoh. The Pharaoh was looking for someone to help interpret dreams, and so Joseph helps the Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, interpret his dreams. God helped Joseph tell the Pharaoh what his dreams meant, and the Pharaoh knew something had to be done about a coming famine. That's when there's a lack of food. So he put Joseph in charge of the whole country. Joseph saved food for 7 years, getting ready for the years when there would be a shortage of food. Now God always watched over Joseph. God spoke to Joseph in dreams, and Joseph used this knowledge to plan ahead. When the famine came, people from all over came to find food for their families because they heard that Joseph had saved up for 7 years. Even Joseph's brothers traveled to Egypt to find food. But it had been such a long time since they'd seen each other, the brothers didn't recognize Joseph. Here's his brothers. They're coming to Egypt because they have food because Joseph stored it away. But once Joseph's brothers saw who he was, they hugged each other and they cried, jumped up and down with relief and joy. They talked and shared food.
The lesson that we want to take home today, one of the main points, is that no matter what happened to Joseph, God was always watching over him wherever he went. No matter where Joseph was or how he felt, he trusted God. All right, so we did that today to think about how we also have the same superpower as Joseph. We can dream, and then we can ask God to help us fulfill those dreams or to complete those dreams.
During Sunday school, we were encouraged to write down our own dreams on our pieces of paper, things that we wonder about, that we wish might come true in the future, or maybe things that we can remember from while we're sleeping. Then we rolled up these dreams and made binoculars.
Theo, looking good. All right, if you're done with that part, making both of the tubes, now we have to glue them together, right? You could use them separately, but if you make a set of binoculars, then they're glued together. So what I did once I created the two separate tubes is I put some glue on the outer edge of each, right near where the thickest part is, where they overlap. So where your paper overlaps, put glue on the outside of each of those tubes. We're going to do that because we're going to remember how God always watches over us. When we dream, when we hope for different things in our lives, wherever we go, God is with us. Let me see everybody's binoculars that you have completed here. Let's see them.
Put them up your eyes. Put them up your eyes.
Mrs. Louise, those are awesome. That's another great way.
Also, during Sunday school, we had our first handbell practice. Y'all know how much I like bells.
She is going to teach us how to use our bell. Welcome again.
Everybody hold up the bell so I can see what you have.
Green, blue, and red.
Red.
That was awesome, Mrs. Louise. Let's give her a round of applause.
Everybody ring the bell.
We ring our bells to applause.